If you want to pursue higher studies abroad, then you must take an IELTS academic test. We are here to help you with all the four parts of IELTS academic. Hello guys, this is Mariam Fatima and welcome to Musarat Academy. In today's lesson, we will see how to attempt a graph in IELTS Academic Writing Task 1. You will be given a question like this. I have taken this question from IELTS practice book published by Cambridge. The chart shows the percentage of households in owned and rented accommodation in England and Wales between 1918 and 2011. So, today the question that we are going to touch is of chart. How to interpret a chart in IELTS Academic. Let's have a look at the bar chart. This kind of chart is known as a bar chart. All right. As you can see that on the x-axis percentage of households is plotted, while on the x-axis the number of years are plotted. The gray color shows the households in owned accommodation, while the households in rented accommodations are represented in black color. Guys, I have prepared a band 9 sample answer for you, but before we move towards the sample answer, I want you to know how to attempt this question if may given in the exam. So first of all, you have to divide your answer into 4 paragraphs, or you can also divide into 3 paragraphs. In the first paragraph, you have to introduce the question, write an introduction. So what should be included in an introduction? You have to simply paraphrase the question that has been given to you in the exam. Use your own vocabulary and build a sentence. Write the sentence in your own words so that your examiner can know that you have the vocabulary and you have also understood the question. In the next paragraph, write an overview. What should be included in an overview? In the overview, you should write the general details of the bar chart. Let's see, per se, you can write what are the major events that happened during 1918 and 2011. What was the highest and what was the lowest accommodation types like in these years. These things can be included in general details. And in the next paragraph, like third and fourth paragraph, you can include specific details and make comparisons if necessary. So let's move. The bar chart shows the percentage of households owned and rented accommodation in England and Wales between 1918 and 2011. In England, people are gradually shifting towards the owned house. As we can see, the percentage of households in owned accommodation is an increasing trend, whereas the rented accommodation, the percentage is declining. Moreover, in the late 20th century, the percentage of the households for both the year is equal. We can also notice a little fluctuation in the percentage of households for both accommodation in the later years. As you can see in the first paragraph, I have simply paraphrased the question. In the second paragraph, I have just included the general details, like in what was happening in 19th century and what happened after late 20th century and things like this. Let's move forward. With regard to owned accommodation, the first 35 years were very challenging. The proportion of households for rented apartments for these years was around 70%, while owned housing was only about 20% to 30%. The year 1971 was a game changer as the household for both accommodation came into equilibrium, reaching 50%. In contrast to the previous years, people start preferring own house rather than rented, which reduced to 40% in 1981, followed by approximately 30% in 1991 and 2001. However, 2011 experienced a little variation in the percentage of both accommodation, with around 5% increment in rented and same percentage reduction in owned accommodation. As you guys can see that in these 2 paragraphs, I have digged into the necessary and specific details. I have made comparisons. What happened in the early years, what happened in the late years, how the trend shifted from rented accommodation to owned accommodation, and then it fluctuated back again to the rented accommodation, and all these trends that happened during 1918 to 2011 have been explained in full detail. And my answer is of 150 words as well. So, guys, this is the right way of doing or attempting a bar chart in IELTS Academic Writing Task 1. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good day. Bye.